One of my favorite products to review on this channel are the Morimoto XB LED headlights, and we finally got one of the first sets for the 09 to 14 Ford F-150s, and in this video I'm going to show you guys just how much better they are compared to the halogen headlights and how you can install them at home 5 minutes or less using basic hand tools. Now, one of the craziest things that Morimoto did to this particular headlight is they got rid of the original turn signal location down here and instead added a high beam reflector LED. I can't wait to see how that does compared to the factory halogen bulbs. I know the factory halogen bulbs aren't that great against the wall, and I'm hoping this gives us a little bit more punch down the road. Now, if you're wondering where the turn signal went, that is actually a part of this sequential strip on the outside of the headlight. It looks super cool when you power it on. And as you're about to see when I get them installed in the truck, they completely modernize the look of this F-150. We've got 3 projectors up top that give us a very sharp low beam pattern that we've come to expect from Morimoto. While this particular headlight housing fits the 09 to 14 F-150s, Morimoto has got headlight assemblies for the 15 to 17 generation and the 18 and up. You've probably seen both of those on our channel. If you know somebody with a newer truck and they like your headlights, we've got those guys covered too. So, that's enough talking about these things. Let's get them installed in the truck and see how much better they are. Now, the first step in getting your Morimoto XB LED headlights installed is removing the original headlights. Now, if you've got a truck with the halogen headlights like this one, or if you've got a truck with the HID equipped headlights like some of the other trim levels like the Raptors or the Limited trucks, this same information applies to you and you can use the same Morimoto XB headlights. They include an adapter harness. They work for all of these trucks. Now, there are 2 10mm bolts to remove from up top here, one on the right, one on the left, and then there's one down here toward the inside of the headlight. At this point, you can pull the headlight out of the truck and disconnect the factory wiring. Go ahead and disconnect your factory H13 connector, disconnect your side marker light, and disconnect your factory turn signal down here. There's one thing you need to do before you install your new Morimoto XB headlights. Morimoto includes a DRL fuse tap harness. It's super easy to install. Ford conveniently puts the fuse box right here front and center. And what we need to do is remove one of our original fuses, install the fuse tap, and run one end to one headlight, the other end to the other headlight. It powers up the DRL on the outside of the headlight. Super simple, and I'll show you how to do it. Go ahead and remove the fuse box lid. And this little 10 amp fuse here is the one we're going to be removing. You can use a needle nose pliers to grab it pretty easily. Go ahead and install your new fuse tap in that same slot. And you can route the wiring so you can close the fuse box lid over it. Go ahead and route that DRL harness over to your headlight. And this end right here just plugs into the back of the headlight. I'll show you guys all the connections in just a second, but we're already ready to install our XB headlights now. Now, at this point, you can plug in your new XB LED headlight. Just match the plugs up. That DRL harness that we ran goes to this plug here with the blue wire. Just like that. Now you're going to discover that there are 2 plugs on this headlight that look like this. This is for your sequential versus non-sequential turn signal. So if you want it sequential, scrolling from left to right, it looks really cool, leave it unplugged like this. If you want it instant on, instant off, plug it in like this. This is something you can change at any time. Obviously, the truck's pretty easy to take apart, so if you decide you want it one way or the other, you can always revert it back. At this point, the headlight just goes right back in like the original, and it is that easy. And we can reinstall our bolts. Now, I know you guys are excited to see how the XB LED headlights look against the wall, but first I gotta show you the factory halogen headlights. These came in at 240 maximum lux. Lux is the best possible way for us to tell you exactly how bright, or in this case, how dim the factory headlights are. At 240, that's not super great, and as you can see, we do have a hot spot right in the center, but we've got some flood left and right, and obviously you're watching this video because you want a better headlight. So, having said all that, let's check out the low beam on the XB headlights. The Morimoto XB LED low beam came in at 710 maximum lux, and look at how sharp that cutoff line is. We got a distinct hot spot right in the middle. It's gonna reach way down the road. We've got a beautiful cutoff line. We're not gonna glare or blind any oncoming traffic, and we've completely dressed up the front of the truck. I love this low beam option. Let's check out how the high beam does. The stock F150 high beam came in at 420 maximum lux. As you can see, it just flips the high beam up a little bit. Still got a hot spot, but you know what, it's not the greatest high beam in the world, I want something better, let's check out the XB headlight high beam. The Morimoto XB LED high beam came in at 1080 maximum lux, and as you can see, we picked up some light above the cutoff line. It's going to fire way down the road at night, and it should be a very drivable, very useful beam pattern. My favorite thing about these particular headlights, especially on a truck with factory H13 halogen bulbs, is that beautiful cutoff line you get when you do the upgrade. We've done the same headlights on our Super Duty, we've done them on our 18 and up Ford F150, and to finally have them for the 09 to 14 trucks is awesome. Now, if you need anything else for these trucks, we've actually got the fog lights as well. Same fogs from Morimoto, the XB series. They are unbelievably bright. They look great. You can get them at headlightrevolution.com. And we've got a handful of different reverse light upgrades available for this truck as well. So if you've got a truck like this and the headlights are the first step, good choice, but we've got more for you. Click subscribe. We'd love to see you there.